Welcome to Pain in the Grass, the official Lawn Pride podcast, where we dig deep into the real problems hiding in your yard. From weeds to grubs to mystery brown spots, we've got the dirt. Let's grow better together.
Welcome back to the deep dive. You know those three numbers you see on every fertilizer bag?
The 24, 511s, 10, 10, 10s.
Yeah. For most people, there's just numbers. But what if they're actually like a secret language, your lawn's way of telling you what it really needs?
Exactly.
So today, we're cracking that code. We're going beyond just okay grass. We're talking about a lawn that makes your neighbors, stop and stare, asking, how do they do that?
And that's really our mission for this deep dive. We want to help you understand the why behind those numbers and, crucially, why the strategy changes so much through the year.
Right.
Especially here in a transition zone like North Carolina, you've got fescue, maybe Bermuda, zoysia. They all have different needs. It's not just about the bag, it's about the timing and the science for year-round health.
Okay, let's dig in. NPK, that's the starting point, right?
Absolutely. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. It's big three.
The main nutrients. And those numbers on the bag, they're just the percentages.
Yep, the percentage by weight of each one in that specific bag. Think of it like a recipe for your lawn.
Okay, a recipe. You wouldn't make the same meal every day.
Exactly. Your lawn needs different things at different times. A balanced diet, but the balance shifts.
Makes sense. So let's break them down. And the first one, nitrogen. What's its main job?
Nitrogen is, well, it's the growth engine. It's what gives you that really deep green color.
The visual punch?
Right, that lush top growth. It fuels photosynthesis, turning sunlight into energy. So yeah, when you see a lawn that's just, wow, super thick and green.
That's nitrogen doing its thing.
That's a lot of nitrogen at work. But there's a catch.
Oh.
Too much, especially at the wrong time. It can actually be bad. It pushes all that leafy growth, but maybe not enough root growth.
So it can make it weaker underneath.
Potentially, yeah. More vulnerable to stress. It's all about balance and, like we said, timing.
Got it. Okay, so next up is P, phosphorus, the middle number.
Right. Phosphorus, think of this one as the foundation builder.
Foundation. So roots.
Exactly. Root development. It's absolutely critical for getting roots established and strong. Anchoring the plant, helping find water, nutrients.
So super important for new grass.
Yeah.
Like seeding or sod.
Definitely. Or even just helping existing grass recover from damage. Strong roots are key to resilience. Without enough P, the roots struggle. The whole plant struggles.
It's like the hidden strength. You don't see it, but you know if it's not there.
Precisely. You definitely notice when it's lacking.
Okay, N for green, P for roots. What about K, potassium?
Potassium, the K. This one I think is the real unsung hero.
Oh, yeah. How so?
I call it the lawn's immune system. It's internal bodyguard.
Bodyguard. Against what?
Pretty much everything stressful. We're talking intense summer heat, drought, disease pressure.
Which we definitely get here.
Oh, yeah. Humidity, fungus, even cold snaps in the winter, and just regular wear and tear like foot traffic.
Wow. How does it do all that?
Well, it strengthens the actual cell walls of the grass blades, makes them tougher, more rigid, less likely to wilt or get damaged. And crucially, it helps the plant regulate water much better, like an internal hydration system. So it handles drought stress better, bounces back faster.
So nitrogen's the flashy green, but potassium is the real toughness behind the scenes.
That's a great way to put it. Nitrogen gives you the look, potassium gives you the resilience, the long-term health.
Okay, this is changing how I see those fertilizer bags entirely. It really drives home that you can't just use the same thing all year. That balance has to shift.
Absolutely. The lawn's needs are dynamic. They change constantly. Like you wouldn't eat Thanksgiving dinner every day, right?
Sure, definitely not.
Your grass needs different recipes depending on its growth phase, the weather, the stress it's under. And that's even more true in our transition zone.
Because we have different types of grass living side by side.
Exactly. Your fescue wants to grow strong in spring and fall. Your Bermuda or zoysia loves the summer heat. Their peak times are different. Their stress triggers are different.
So what helps one might actually hurt the other if you apply it at the wrong time.
Precisely. It's a balancing act. You have to know what your lawn needs and when.
Okay, let's walk through that seasonal plan then, starting with spring. March, April, May.
Right. The wake up and grow time?
Grass is coming out of dormancy. It's hungry.
So more nitrogen?
Generally, yes. You'll often see higher nitrogen blends then, like a 24, 5, 11. That really pushes the green growth we all want after winter.
But not just nitrogen.
No, you still need the others. Some phosphorus helps repair any winter root damage, and potassium helps it handle the stress of, waking up and getting going again.
And this is also prime time for crabgrass preventer.
Absolutely crucial. Pre-emergence. They stop weeds like crabgrass before they even sprout. Get that timing right in spring, you save yourself a huge headache all summer.
I believe that. Okay, so spring is about waking up and getting protected. Then comes summer. June, July, August.
Summer, or as I like to call it, stress. The season.
Yeah, heat, humidity, thunderstorms.
It's rough on lawns here, so the goal completely flips. We're not pushing growth anymore. We're focused on survival. Resilience. So less nitrogen then.
Way less. Sometimes even zero nitrogen in the hottest part. But we increase the potassium significantly. You might see a 15-0-15 or something with even more K.
Why the big switch?
Because forcing growth with lots of nitrogen when it's scorching hot is like making your lawn sprint a marathon in 100-degree weather. It burns out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It stresses the grass, makes it more susceptible to heat damage and disease. Instead, that high potassium, it's like Gatorade for your grass.
The sports drink, I like that.
Yeah. Strengthens those cell walls, helps it hold on to water, fights off disease. It helps the grass just endure the summer stress. We might even fertilize less often in peak summer. Let it coast.
So it's about supporting it, not forcing it.
Exactly. I've seen too many DIY lawns get blasted with high-end fertilizer in July and just collapse. Burnt up or covered in fungus. Wrong approach for the conditions.
Right. Okay, summer is survival mode. Then we get to fall. September, October, November. You said this is key.
Oh, fall is where the magic happens. Honestly, it's arguably the most important time for feeding your lawn. This is when you set up next year's success.
So back to more nitrogen.
Yes, but often a different type of nitrogen. Slow release is really good here, something like a 28-12 maybe. It feeds the grass steadily as things cool down, without a big surge.
And phosphorus, too.
Yeah.
Especially if seeding.
Definitely increase the P if you're overseeding fescue, which is super common in the fall here. Got to build those new root systems before winter.
So what's the big secret about fall feeding? Why is it so important for next spring?
It's all about building root reserves, energy storage.
Okay. Tell me more.
That fall fertilization, especially with slow-release nitrogen, allows the grass to produce and store carbohydrates, basically energy, down in its root system over the cooler months.
Like packing a lunch for winter.
Sort of, more like charging a battery. That stored energy is what powers the first big push of green growth in the spring, even before the soil is warm enough for the roots to actively take up new nutrients.
So that early green up next year comes from the work you did last fall.
Precisely. It gets a huge head start. It greens up faster, thicker, stronger. It's way better equipped to handle spring weeds and stress. Lawns that miss good fall feeding, they start spring already behind.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Fall isn't just recovery, it's preparation.
Okay, then we hit winter prep.
Yeah.
December, January, February. People think you don't fertilize then, right?
Yeah, common misconception. You're not feeding for growth, obviously. Grass is mostly dormant. But you are feeding for protection. Preparation.
How does that work? What kind of fertilizer?
We use what's called a winterizer, typically higher in potassium, maybe with a little bit of nitrogen.
And that helps it survive the cold.
It really does. It helps the grass build up basically natural antifreeze compounds in its cells, lowers the freezing point inside the plant.
Seriously, grass makes antifreeze.
Essentially, yeah. That plus the stronger cell walls from the potassium helps it resist winter damage drying out, freeze injury. It's like tucking it in with a nutrient blanket.
But again, timing is key. You need to get it down before the ground freezes solid, but not so early you stimulate fall growth.
Okay, it's clear this is way more complex than just grabbing a bag off the shelf. That expertise really matters. Timing seems huge.
Timing is everything. Put down that pre-emergent too late in spring. Crabgrass wins. Put down high nitrogen in summer. You could cook your lawn. It's about knowing what to apply, but also when.
And the products themselves are different too, right? What pros use versus, say, the hardware store stuff?
Often, yes. We use commercial-grade products, and a big factor is controlled-release technology. That spring 24-511 we talked about, it's likely coded to release nutrients slowly, steadily, over weeks.
Not all at once after the first rain.
Exactly. That steady feeding is much better for the grass, prevents waste, less runoff. It's a more efficient, predictable way to deliver nutrition compared to many quick-release products.
And then there's the whole individual lawn aspect. My front yard fescue isn't the same as my neighbor's backyard Bermuda.
Not at all. A pro looks at your specific grass type, sure, but also your soil. Is the pH right? If the pH is off, the grass can't even use the nutrients you give it effectively.
Huh? Okay.
Are there micronutrient deficiencies? Iron, magnesium. Is the soil compacted? All these things factor into a truly tailored plan. It goes way beyond just the NPK numbers on a generic bag. That customization is key.
It really makes you think differently. Your lawn isn't just grass, it's this whole living system.
It absolutely is.
And taking care of it properly with the right nutrition, it's an investment, really.
Definitely. An investment in enjoying your yard, your home's value.
And preventing problems, like those brown patches or thin spots you see sometimes. A lot of that probably comes down to the wrong food at the wrong time.
Very often, yes. Improper nutrition is the root cause of many common lawn problems. Getting the feeding right prevents so many issues down the road.
So just to wrap things up then, the big takeaways are N for green.
Nitrogen for that visual green growth, phosphorus, the P for building strong roots, the foundation.
And K, potassium, the bodyguard.
Right. Potassium for resilience. Handling heat, drought, disease, cold. Overall toughness. Understanding that seasonal shift, why we use different recipes, that's the core idea. There's a method to it for year-round health.
Absolutely. Gives you a whole new appreciation. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Next time you see a lawn in your neighborhood that's maybe struggling a bit,
Yeah.
ask yourself, is it really getting what it needs when it needs it? Think about that lawn's potential if its unique nutritional recipe was actually understood and, followed.
That's a great point. Observe your own lawn, too, with this knowledge. Think about how a tailored plan, going beyond the generic bag, could maybe unlock its real potential.
Thank you for listening to the Pain in the Grass podcast, sponsored by Lawn Pride of North Charlotte, Huntersville, your go-to name in turf care for homeowners and businesses seeking beauty, quality, and reliability, powered by family and fueled by passion. Until next time, make sure to take care of that pain in the grass.